Hi guys, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like I need to reintroduce myself because 1 year is a long time. Okay, so my name is Favor, you guys that know already. My name is Favor. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of story time. But first off, let me start from apologizing. Okay, I want to apologize. I pledge to be consistent this time around, and I want to apologize for taking so long to post another video, like a proper video and not just shorts. So I apologize for that, you guys. Genuinely, I do. So I've been wanting to do a story time, and then last year, no, sorry, I apologize. This year, August, when I stopped working in July, I felt so bored, and I felt, God, I was losing my mind out of boredomness because I'm used to like being busy, keeping busy, like we work because I worked for 11 months. So when I stopped working, it was difficult for me to adjust back to like not working. So I posted a video on my TikTok, and then it had like 51k plus views, and a lot of girls were like finding it relatable in my comments. My TikTok, those girls are there. That's another category of people I need to apologize to because I never posted an update. I promised to post an update, and it's been like 6 months now, 5 months now, and I've not posted an update. So I need to go and apologize to them today. Anyways, so when I posted about it, finding out that a lot of girls like me, like within the same age brackets, were finding me like really relatable and really opening up in my comments, it really made me, it gave me an idea. Like as soon as I said, oh, let me do a story time, like that's exactly what just came into my mind because is deep. And this video is kind of inspired by that video. So let me stop talking so much and just get right into the video. I never used to walk, okay? Even when I tried to work as a student in the school library, my father said, you better make sure that that 10,000 naira they're going to be paying you per month is going to pay your school fees. I don't want to hear anything about work. I sent you to school to read books. So when people say, oh, the hustling spirit, I don't have any hustling spirit, okay? No hustling spirit. He died. He got killed. Anyways, but I want to be talking about joblessness and disappointments with working in Nigerian companies today. So me personally, I never used to work. I always used to say, oh, I'll get married at 19 to a billionaire, because my parents were very strict, and I felt like the only way to be free was to get married and leave their house, and then get my husband to allow me to do all those things that my parents are not allowing me to do. Anyways, so me, I don't have any hustling, like, oh, I need to work. I have a hustling spirit, but not like to work in 9 to 5. It's just stressful. I don't know how to do it. Anyways, so I never worked except from when I was done with school. Before I went to service, I had like 3 months, and my dad was like, okay, come on, work in the office with me, be my personal assistant, and just look around. I was doing executive assistant. That's what they were calling me, executive assistant, because that's exactly what I was doing. I was doing executive assistant, and what I was doing there was just to give my daddy headache. Daddy, I'm hungry. Daddy, mostly what I was doing was just helping him with like maybe calls, getting his meals ready, typing once in a while, just following him around, going to the bank for him, going to like he does not like to go to the bank, so I used to go to the bank for him, just stuff like that. Anyways, and they used to drive me everywhere. If he's sending the rest of his staff members somewhere, they'll find their own way, but me, if he sends me anywhere, the driver has to take me. Anyways, so I did that for like 3 months, and then I went to service. I did my camp in Ondo, but then I got relocated back to Lagos, and I got posted to a company. Anyways, I got posted there, like NYSC actually posted me there, even if my dad sent papers for me to come work in his company. NYSC was like, no, we see potential in her, let her go, and anyways, so I got in there as their customer service experience um employee. That's what I was. I was a customer service experience staff. That was my job there. So our department was new, and we were just starting to, there was no JD, like there was no job descriptions. I learned JD from the last company I just worked in. There was no job description set because it was a new department, never been in that company before. So they were just creating our job description as we were going. So we're in charge of social media. We were in charge of social media, creating content, coming up with, we were even in some of their photos as well, customer experience, or in some of their, we did a photo shoot for like the company for their website. So we were also assisting because they were updating, like they were doing major updates on their website. They just really got a lot of, there was new management, so she got like a lot of new people that she wanted a customer experience, customer service unit, and then she got a lot of new people to make that happen and to make like them reach out to like new old customers and all that. So we're just basically helping those departments that were needing customer service perspective or like input. We're having some meetings with like the motors division, the cooling division, and the motors division already had customer service, so we were like getting updates from them and updating them as well, and like how is their system working, how are we going to come in to be like where it's a group of companies, so we were working for the group, and then we were supposed to be like the first point of contact to customers, and then depending on what they call for, oh, I'm calling for motors, I'm calling for whatever, we'll divert them to wherever. So we're working with like all these divisions, and but it was not, I felt like our employers felt like it was not enough. So me personally, I was assisting the corporate affairs manager. I think there were like the other girls were also assisting, but I was like a personal assistant. I have experience in personal assistant as I've done executive assistant for my dad. Anyways, but I was assisting her. She was the corporate affairs manager, which kind of branched into project management. She had a project there. They had a project manager rather, but then it kind of branched into project management, like everything. She's corporate affairs. She's like a general manager. Anyways, so I was assisting her, and then she was in charge of events as well. So we were doing events. I was planning events and organizing events, and making all those calls, going to make payments, booking venues. We were also like very hands down with like the decor and everything, having meetings when we were doing collaborations with like other people for like events. We used to go and have like meetings together. I was always in all those meetings. I remember one time I fell the night before and hurt my ankle, and I could not make it early in the morning. And we had an early morning meeting, and I could not make it. And then when my boss found out, she was like, no, we have to move the meeting. I was so shocked. I was like, little old me. Little me, she liked me. Everybody knew that she liked me. Everybody used to tell me, oh, she really likes you. She likes you. And I could see that she liked me because there was a little bit of preferential treatment. It was good and it was bad because I was also very hardworking, and I was like computer savvy, so she liked to take me to meetings. That meant more responsibilities for me, more than the rest of the people on my team. More responsibilities for me, and I was working so freaking hard. I was not even having time for my parents. When I come home and they're trying to like talk to me and send me errands, I'm like, please, please. My father said, this job, this job, are you sure you will not stop it? Because which one is this one? So I was all about my job, and even when I started working, I used to wear skirts. But then when I started having accidents coming back home in my skirts, like when stuff happened, because the road is so rough. Oh my god, I've had a shootout in the market before. I was standing at a junction. They had just dropped me from work at the junction where I would take like 100 naira bus to my bus stop, and there was somebody. I whether they started shooting or fighting, and everybody's there running, and it was crazy. Like I've experienced that. I've experienced like hustling for bus, and I fell down because like all these other girls, you see the way they were sprinting in their trousers, and me having my skirt because my dad were not allowed to wear trousers. That's how strict my parents were. And so I experienced all that, and I was always working, and I was coming back kind of late. So for my own safety and to like stop me from all this falling and not being fast if stuff happens, and jumping bus and all that, when I visited working, they were dropping me all the time. When the corporate affairs manager found out, because we're working directly under her, when she found out that they had stopped coming to pick me, she said, what? She said, but your uncle will drop you. And I'm like, no, they don't drop me anymore. She said, what? Oh, because she used to keep me late, thinking that they would always be dropping me, but it wasn't like that. Anyways, so we were working directly under her because, like I said, it was a new department, and then we were working directly under her to develop our own department. But she was kind of doing all these things that we're doing, so now she was like pushing it to us, letting us know that this is your JD. So they were just creating our job description as we were going. So a couple of months into working as the customer service experience and working on with assisting the corporate affairs manager, and now to event planning, they said we need to take sales and marketing seriously, and there was no sales and marketing manager, so it fell on our manager, that was the corporate affairs manager, to start pushing for sales and marketing. So when they had a meeting, the managers had a meeting, and then they said, oh, sales and marketing, it fell on her. That woman, kudos to her, she was working hard. But my problem is when they were initially paying us, they're from paying us 25k as coppers, and then after the service was over, before the service was over, we had already started kind of working on having meetings on this sales and marketing. But when the service year was over, they were still planning to pay us the same 25k, and my parents were like, absolutely not, what, get out of there. So I had submitted my notice of departure, because it was not like, I don't know, I just submitted my notice of departure, and when they found out that I was leaving, they were not like, okay, we're going to increase the salary to 50k, but you guys are not like confirmed yet, you guys are not official staff yet, so when you become official staff, we'll increase it to 80k, and then you get a review of salary, whether every 3 months or every 6 months, or however, I've forgotten how they said it, but then they said that they will review our salary from then, like gradually. So when I told my parents, they were like, okay, it's promising, let's stay, because me, I cannot fund my lifestyle. It's my parents that are funding the lifestyle for me. So any decision I have to make that they are funding, I have to let them know, because I was staying at home, I was eating food from home. They used to call me home girl, because I used to bring my food from home every day. I was bringing food from home, and my parents are supporting me sometimes because I'm just a girl. So they were supporting me, like they were giving me money and stuff. I'm just a girl. Anyways, so I had to tell them that, oh, this is the development. So they were not like, okay, we can work with that. Let's see how it pans out, let's see, let's wait for them to decide if they want to keep you guys as official like employees while they're paying you this 50k. So I was doing all of this on 50k salary. I don't even want to go into like in depth into like all the things I was doing, but we were doing all of this during the COVID-19 stuff. We stopped working for some months, and I was very happy because it helped me to save, and I got a new phone then. Helped me to save. But then we kind of started working from home. I was the only one working from home. We kind of started working from home. My manager used to reach out to me personally to like give me assignments and stuff. I found out from the rest that they were not working. They gave us all of us like one assignment, but me, I had like different assignments. It was not a lot, but it was more than the others were doing, which it's always been like that. My assignments are always more than theirs. Anyways, so um why on the 50k salary they included sales and marketing to our job description. My parents and I were not seeing eye to eye that period. So it was a lot for me. Um i was i was having i was struggling at home. I'll come home and then my parents and I were not seeing eye to eye, and then I'll go to the office and it's stress. So I used to cry only at home before, but then I started crying at home and in the office, and I was doing all of this under the 50k pay. And I had worked with them. So my what do they call it? My service ended in October. So November was when they increased our salary, and I was saying, oh, let me see how the next 2-3 months goes. Let me see how, like, if they will increase the pay. So December came, no increase, no confirmation if we were going to be like official staff members. January came, it got serious, more serious every day. Like, it was getting real, and the obviously the jobs that I was doing, God, it was telling on me, and I was not getting paid properly. So January came, February came. That was when I started seeing this guy, and that kind of brought about like, also made me and my colleague fall out. I had a fallout with one of my colleagues. Not even a fallout, but we kind of started growing distant, and she was kind of close to me. She was close to me, not kind of close to me. She was really close to me. So I started growing distance with her. I started talking to this new guy, and then at home, not seeing eye to eye with my parents, and being depressed, and like coming to work and not even having like any breathing space. It was just a lot that period. So March came and I struggled to get through, and still no confirmation, and I was still doing all these things, delivering. I was still, you guys, my state of mind was crickety. Anyways, I just could not do it anymore. As of April, they had still not gotten back to us, and I kept asking that, oh, what's going on, and nothing. They said, oh, they are working on it. So I just submitted another notice of departure, and then I was so depressed. I started crying. Like, I was crying all the time in the office, and then my madam kind of asked me, my corporate affairs manager, because I was close to her. We were driving home one day, and then so we started, when I started staying on the island with my aunt, and then I kind of started staying in Chevron. So because I made some friends on the island, so I started staying in Chevron with one of them. So that made us start driving home together, because before I used to come back to the mainland, because the place is on the island, is in Lagos Island. So from Lagos Island, I used to come back to the mainland, but since I started staying on the island, me and her used to drive down together. So she stays in Lekki Phase 1. So from Lagos Island, she'll drive me down to Lekki Phase 1, and then from Lekki Phase 1, I'll book a ride down to Chevron. That was how we were doing it. So one day we were driving home, and then she asked me, what's going on? Because I was crying in her car, and then I just told her what was going on with me at home, how it was too much, and everything was too much for me. And I kept telling her that like everything is too much for me. And the fact that she didn't even think it's, you know, oh, let's see what we can do for this girl, let's try to, I think she tried to reduce my task load, but it was kind of too late already, because I'm the person that knows, like, when they are rushing, oh, let's get things done, let's get things done, who did it the last time? So they will go back and call me, so I'll still be the one to do it again. So I think she tried a bit, but the HR team, they were not willing to increase our salary or confirm us as employees, and I just could not do it anymore. It was too much for me. I was losing my mind. So I quit, and I told them that like I'm past helping points. Like, even if you guys wanted to offer me more money right now, like how much is the more money that you guys want to offer me that would really make me stay? Like, no, I can't do this. So I left.